If you drink pop and put on your gym shoes while watching De Bears, you're probably a native Chicagoan. To most people, accents are noticeable only if they're extreme. And many Chicagoans don't believe they have accents. But as we found out, Chicago has a specific set of words on the street. Chicago is known for its skyline, museums, and food. And its accent.
Chicago.
Yes, that's right. It's everywhere, from city streets to City Hall. He's got it.
Chicago is the best.
And Beth Birnbaum has it too. She's lived in the area all her life, and people can tell.
They say I say coffee funny.
Chicago natives might think they don't have accents, but travel outside the Midwest, and the accent is almost as recognizable as this line from Saturday Night Live.
The Bears.
The Bears. The Bears.
Of course, Bill Swirsky and "da guys" are an exaggeration, but the accent is easy to identify.
For the Chicago vowels, there's one sound that's really a strong marker, and that's the ah sound, like in cat. So it's really what we call a raised ah.
Linguist Ken Konopka is working on his PhD at Northwestern University. He conducted studies on the Chicago accent for his thesis. It's not just how Chicagoans say the vowel A
I also tend to pick up accents from
that makes the accent distinct.
A lot of the stereotypes come from this reduction of the th sound, so that you get 1, 2, 3, throw them eggs. So you knew, oh, I guess we're in Chicago, right?
It's not only how Chicagoans speak that makes them stand out. It's also what they say. What do you call the carbonated beverage that you drink?
Pop.
Pop. Pop.
Okay. Do you ever call it soda?
Not unless I'm in the East Coast.
And here's one phrase you probably won't hear anywhere but Chicago. What do you refer to athletic shoes as?
I don't compromise on that one. It's gym shoes.
And there's no compromise on this either. Most Chicagoans don't believe they have an accent.
A lot of people say I do. I don't think I do.
Not really.
Nobody has an accent. Everyone feels like they speak like the people around them speak. But on the other hand, everyone has an accent. If you go to another region of the United States and you start speaking, oh, you're from Chicago, yeah.
But of course, not all of Chicago's more than 2.8 million residents have the accent. People develop accents when they first learn to speak. So when children start talking with an accent from their native region, it's hard for them to shake it later in life. Bill Baylor is originally from Toronto, but has lived in the area since 1967.
I want to keep that Canadian. It distinguished me. It helped me meet girls.
Developmentally, certain features of an accent will be picked up, of course, by the children who moved there when they were younger, and they can even go through and find that there are certain features that they have that their older siblings won't have.
I don't know if you've noticed, but I've got one too. I grew up in southwest suburban Glendale Heights. My dad grew up in a north suburb and my mom on the south side, so I couldn't escape it. Experts say parents contribute to their children's accents, but they're not entirely responsible.
Your caregivers, your teachers, your parents, they're very important in how you speak. But really, you end up speaking like your peers. They've found that children are always picking up the dialect around them. If your parents are not native speakers of English, and you grow up in Chicago, you'll end up speaking the dialect that's around you. But accents often come with stereotypes. Sometimes the way Chicagoans talk can lead others to think we're unfriendly or not very intelligent. All the stereotypes that come from being from a big city, or their relationships with people from Chicago or big cities come out. And like languages, regional dialects can change over time. It's called drifting. I guarantee it will change in the future. That's the nature of language, is that it changes, and that's what linguists love. As for how to pronounce the name of our beloved city, the answers are almost as diverse as Chicago's population. Chicago.
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 Perhaps having many ways to pronounce the city's name is one of the things that makes us uniquely Chicago. Jessica Bobula, Medill reports.